Hi, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Um, 007, your live stream, your first big one this morning when I saw was just wonderful. Um, my cat just jumped up here, pardon me. Um, you made a lot of really good points as far as what really stuck with me is being, well, I can't remember your exact words. I've got a lot on my mind, but um when people are cruel to you and then you have to like be happy about it or something, you know what I mean. What you were saying as far as oh, I wish I could remember your exact words. um just having to be kind to people. I mean, oh darn, if I could only remember it right now. Well, maybe it'll come to me. But then I was watching Robin's Hoods, and he also feels like, water levels itself, so there is no curve. And you guys are approximately the same age as my oldest son, and um, you look kind of like him. Double O, you do, but similar, similarities. But anyway, I think you might appreciate some of Robin Hood's material. Uh, he realizes what I realize is the Illuminati is playing out Revelation in the Bible. Why I personally say revelations is because there's more than one thing that's going to come to the surface. So it should be plural, but I guess it's just not. But um, this to me, and even to Robin, feels the same way. This is not about a conformed religion, but it is about, however, God taking what he had man right, and even if they messed it up, he knew they would, to play out the end times. They're going to end up scaring themselves in the end because of what they're doing to mankind. um, I think you might benefit on his outlook on who God is and his faith in that area. Now, I know that you feel something in your heart, and there's Christ's blood, the 144,000, and I think it's boiled down to about 144 because there's some weak ass man out there in their minds and in their hearts as far as being just horseshit leaders. So, as far as I can tell, Robin and you are not on that list, you know, like the reality mode of the whole thing. But let me see. I can't prove it, but there's one God, and then he made woman, and it wasn't out of a rib. So whatever, and he's not both sexes. He created woman in a different way. So it, oh, Satan could not duplicate what God had made, and that's why people are basically messed up, because he tried to interfere with our genetics and everything else, and it didn't go too good for him. Um, Geez, I was gonna make a point here. Let me think. Mm, about the division of Christ's blood within mankind. It's like feeding that wolf, you know, like I was telling Doug this morning, it's your thoughts. What wolf are you feeding? Are you walking with God? I mean, that doesn't mean you can't be angry. And that's to me a big thing nowadays. I think if you're walking with God and you are angry, you have been hurt the most. And we recognize that in each other. It's the ones that say they've been hurt, but how hurt really were they, and what game are they playing to um lure mankind away from God. You know, that's their game plan. That's the ultimate game plan. Satan doesn't care who he steps on. And when they're in that mindset, they literally think that there's no eternity, that they couldn't burn in hell because they believe they're weak. They're afraid of Satan. They're afraid of what the next bad thing might happen. That type of thing. But I believe Robin's insight and just grace from God to understand the words in the Bible, to interpret them so we can, and he makes stuff really clear. And it's been my mindset since I was 15 years old, so I really can um, appreciate and recognize a fellow God loving human being. So, yeah, just give a few, like, watch about 3 of his videos are always 33, and that was because his phone only had so much storage time, so he just made it like a funny joke signature because he knows their game plan, you know. And of course, I was over on his channel. He doesn't take any comments anymore because people just tried to crucify him, just slayed him, you know. So yeah, he didn't know my soul at first either. So he thought I might have been like perhaps not a good person. And there's some people that had mothers or fathers and they may be the same age as me, so they put me in the same shit category, you see, like that. That'd be like if my kid was mean, so I'd put you in the same shit category. I don't do that. I don't play that. I don't play colors. I don't play ages, religions. The only thing I am against is Satanism, no matter what walk, what form, or how small. um Give me one more minute. I forgot my coffee. Yes, I really appreciated your live stream today. That was enlightening in a lot of ways. Your live stream, if you didn't hear me, was um really nice. And but yeah, so Robin will go into, like, there's 2 of them. If you see like the red King James and the typing, he's going through different verses. He wrote up a 7-page essay, 6 or 7, and another one a couple years later, passing it out to his neighbors, explaining what God has showed him in his heart. How do you prove something like that? You know what I mean? It's not just the words in the Bible that were guiding him. It was from the inside out, like your drive, like you want to love everybody, but it's just like freaking difficult, that type of thing. He's convinced God's gonna save everybody. I'm not so convinced about that, but I believe God said he doesn't want any of his children to perish. um if they feed that other wolf, well, you know, those aren't his kids, you know. Huh. Excuse me. That was that point I was making this morning, as far as who you're feeding on the inside is who you are. That doesn't mean that you don't have anger from continuously being pounded on, because they know who you are. They know you have God in your heart no matter what name you're putting on it. But I don't believe there are 2 gods. That's what Satan wants everybody to believe, that there's more than one almighty. People have a problem, and it is an ego trip. It's like, to me, it's as ridiculous as saying I would be mad, and I did have 2 moms, but I would be mad if people didn't believe I had 2 moms. Or maybe that's not a good scenario. Oh, I guess I that eludes me too right at this moment. So, yeah. Um, hmm. Yeah, I was gonna make a video earlier, but it was such a gloomy day. Oh, I did check out. Oh, geez, what is? Okay, I'm gonna go look. Gotta look. Gotta look. I subscribed to that music channel you were talking about, and I really enjoyed it. DJ Quads. Yes, DJ Quads. He's good. Yep. So, and then I watched a guy named Cole White. He called, oh, well, one of them scammers saying that it was the IRS and he owed money. And so he just messed with them right back. And he is an attorney from Green Bay. So, or at least that's what he said. He said he was the police department one time. Maybe he is a public official of some sort, or working through the government. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I found his stuff. He only has about a half dozen or 18 something like videos, some. But yes, it was interesting. Kind of cool because I got bored. There wasn't a lot coming through. I usually watch Lionel Nation, and I used to watch Spalding, and I used to watch Warmondom, and there's a lot of people I just won't be watching anymore, I guess, because number one, anything I say, they would never watch me. So that's number one. And if they did, they're using YouTube more like a dating site. So to be affiliated with a 60-year-old woman, oh, for Christ's sake, like you could even have a friend that might be even really smart. Ah, they're lost. So, um, yeah, dating site central, man. And if I do say I love you to a younger man or something, it's like automatically in their little fucked up brains, if you know where I'm going with that. So it's like, oh, go, just go. I do love everybody. I don't care how old they are or how young they are, you know. And like if it's a really bright old person, older, or a tiny, shiny, happy person, you know. I mean intelligent. I don't like all little kids. I really don't. I don't care. Shoot me, bang. Don't care. I don't like everybody. It's the truth. So if I see some little jerk and I'm like, whoa, what a little jerk, male or female. Saw this beautiful little girl in the store with her mommy, and I was really upset that the mommy didn't put a t-shirt on the kid, just put her jacket on and had it zipped down, and it was really cold out, snow, sub-zero type stuff. So I was pretty upset with that. But then I seen how the kid was acting too, and it's like, well, oh yeah, sometimes life is hard to take. But oh my goodness. Yes, I'm lucky for my I'll call you my mainstays subs. Hi, Andrea. And JB used to watch me. I don't know if he does anymore. I wonder. But yeah, I wonder how he's doing. And I hope Scotty comes back, not running somebody in the ground. That's actually been run in the ground way too much as it is. And I don't think he's understanding the responsibility of actually trying to be a decent human being and help people. So, yeah. So I hope you come back in better spirits, Scott, because I would enjoy watching you drive your route and actually singing your Skippy Doo Dah Day song and not being a bummer. Because I'm a big bummer, but dude, you sorely do not want to walk in my shoes. I'm telling you that. You don't carry that. I know I do. I know I carry hearts and souls. And I know if somebody prays for me too. Thoughts, good thoughts, or not one thought. So can't play with this grandmother. Isn't that a nice sounding term? Grandmother. Uh, Almost like grand matron. Oh, that cracks me up. All their terms. Oh my god. Even that crap, that language. All contrived. Just to fool people, just right within the words, right within your everyday life. So yes, they have very few secrets left that they can hide. Um, People know things in your heart and your soul, and I would say go with that seriously. Oh, okay, that's one point, double O, that I was gonna make. Um, that there's Christ's blood in mankind, so even to feel godlike or to feel Christ-like, um, with good intent or leadership, that is a position, uh, a honored position. So if I were you, I wouldn't ignore that feeling. I'm not saying you feel that way. I'm saying if you do, or if there's any doubt, that's how Satan can work. Is if there's any doubt in your mind, then he slips in like that. And also, like I was speaking with my youngest son a few days ago, and he was saying too what I've always said, that Satan will try and use your past against you, like you're not good enough to go on for the next day. Like, oh, you did this, so you're dirty. You're not able to go. You're not able to carry on or lead because you had these faults. That's a total bunch of hooey right there. You know. So yeah. Well, I had a premonition about you. Um, as far as falling in the water, but I thought it was that cove where you were at, and it was like, in my mind, Satan was telling you to save this girl, like this girl you loved was over by the rocks, and or she had died and you jumped in, something freaking drastic like that. So I'm not knowing if this is like from a past life for either one of us. It was like I was over on a rock watching, and I was trying to warn you or something weird like that. And I just had these thoughts. When I saw that cove for the first time, when I first started watching you, about, I'm going to say it's been 3 months ago, I popped in and I said hi to a couple people. And there was a boom boom on there, and there was only like 3, 4 people there at the time. So, but yeah, I shared it, tried to make you go a little bigger. So, yeah. And I thought, um, oh, you're playing at the Colonial, and it was some old song that struck me bad too. And it's like, oh no. But, yeah, but I appreciate you. So, and that live stream I watched after, sometimes when I watch them even after, I have difficulty getting them in live, but when I watched it after, it actually played full. The times that you thought it did mess up it, but your voice still kept coming through, and it would only be a little blotchy if that was spinning on you. But yeah, you were coming through good, which is unusual for mine too. So yeah. But anyway, so good shows today, people. you know, um, I'd still recommend, as far as the man's faith and his guidance and his knowledge of the Bible, and his words, and as deep as he's digging with just a reality, and listening to God in his mind, that Robin Hood's, oh no, Robin's Hood, um And he's got another channel, Summer is Near. But not much, well, some content on that, just backup, I think, pretty much. So, yeah. I know compassion and loyalty used to hang around. I might have pushed her off, and when I'm talking about short or chubby people or whatever, but I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this woman that raised me is not chubby. She is obese. She is cruel, and her outside ugly reflects the inside. So when I'm talking about somebody, I'm not talking about normal human beings. I'm talking about people that don't care about other people. This is the type of thing that would butt in front of you, grab something in front of you at the store. I mean, these are rude ass people. So, yeah. They're the ones that tell that person you know to say something shitty to you. Those are what they do in their spare time. They sit and eat their crap, their grease, and work for Satan. So that's how they do that all together now. Yeah, they do. So there'll be an end put to that crap too. I think as Christians, and that's why I'm urging people, please listen to Robin. His name's Robin Tees. Robin's Hood. Because I consider myself a genius, and if I consider, yeah, haha, yeah, I am. And genius by just saying, um, I had the opportunity to learn a lot of stuff in my life and understand anything that's put before me and work out any situation that there is, and I consider that pretty smart. And I do a lot of trades and a lot of things, and you know, like I can pick up an instrument and play it. I can improvise. You know how you hear a song and then just play it. You know, like on my harmonica. I don't have one right now. Wish I did. Or guitar. I'm not the best. I'm a rhythm guitarist. I do some finger picking, but I don't. I know notes on my flute, but didn't do that. I'm just chords on my guitar. But I love it. I enjoy it. But I play the organ or keyboard and a little bit of stuff, little piano, drums, pretty much anything I pick up I can play is what I'm trying to say. Anything I do, I can do because I was raised knowing that I can do anything I set my mind to. Um, I do not feel that way about everybody. I think there's some people, no matter how they set their minds, they can't do what they might want to do. So they're limited by the beast they fed. So their daddy, their fodder, you know. So, oh, let's see what else is going on. Hmm. Oh, even though I took an allergy pill, I had some hot dogs and beans last night. They were pure beef ones, really, really high quality, no garbage type stuff, just all beef. So I had some hot dogs, and then I had some Bush's beans, which come in the can. I'm not supposed to have beans or canned goods. And oh man, my legs hurt all night long. Get like little cramps in my feet, and they'll travel up my leg and stuff. And potatoes do that to me too. So it's like, hey. But I love this stuff. It's like if I could eat, like even green beans, I miss green beans. I love them so much. Can't have them. Can't have peas. You know, it's just weird. And I used to, like, for lunch, when I was a young mom, I'd grab a can of peas, even if they were cold. But I'd grab a can of peas and pour them in a bowl and put some salt on them a little bit and just eat them and, you know. But I don't do that anymore. Wish I could, because talk about just quick, good energy, easy food, you know. But yeah, anyway, let's see, anything else on my mind? Well, I probably pretty much covered about everything. And if I made some enemies, well, then I guess I might be doing my job. If I made some friends, I'm definitely doing what I wanted to do. You know, finding like minded people just wanting to get down to the bottom of the truth, you know. And there's things that I know that are true, I cannot prove. God is a man. We are made in his image, and there aren't two gods. The science is beyond our understanding, and when I get into the blood work up here coming, and it's going to take a little doing, but it's a wintertime project. And the actual physics, mechanics of the human being, to bring a little more understanding of the separation and the division of Christ and the coming back together in your minds, how we feel like a thought coming in from another person, a thought of good, a thought of knowledge, not a download, a human thought through our blood. And it's not frequency, it's our souls. You know, the words they use are insulting and cold and mechanical, you know. So I'm real careful to keep the humanity in my father, you know. That's an important thing, because how insulting of a separation can people get? It's called being careful with our words, because we love somebody, you know. So I'm just um telling you my opinion, my what I've read, and reaching out and telling people there is a God. And I've said it before, I'll say it again. If there wasn't a God, there's so many people, I would beat your ass beyond a pulp. I would not give a shit. I would enjoy it, and I would look forward to it if there was not a God. In fact, I would track you down and beat your ass like you would not believe. I'd probably be an assassin. If there was no God, who would give a shit, right? Well, there's a lot of people that don't, and that's really how they feel anyway. But I ask God to keep that out of my heart. If there's end times that He needs me to do something drastic and can keep my heart pure, I'll do anything He tells me to do. If it's to protect innocence, I'm the woman. I'll do that for everybody, no matter what. So, and I think there's some men out there that actually do feel the same way that I do. And I know there's women that would like to be like that, but they are very gentle souls. And you just say, gentle babies, I love you. This mom's got this stuff. But one other thing I was going to touch on. I saw a part of a thing, I had to turn it off because it said God is consciousness, is how this started, explaining what God was. Right there is like a smack in the head. It's like saying, my kid telling me I'm consciousness to start to describe me. Of course the fuck I'm conscious, for Christ's sake. Sorry, God. Really? I mean, these these things they put out, and it dissuades it. It takes away from the humanity of humanness and our Father. So it separates us. It makes us feel like he's such a super being, and he is. But he's such a untouchable, so this, that, and the next thing, that we're so unlike him. It's like they put so much fantasy and bullshit into the whole thing that it takes away from him being a father. It takes, um, puts a coldness there. People need to get in touch a little more with the words and you got to decide, are you seeing God as plural, or are you seeing it as anything goes, or are you seeing him as our Father? And then if you think about the Son that died in the separation in the blood of man today, men out there, you men out there that are good and can feel God through Christ's blood. See, the thing is, nobody literally died forever. There is eternity. And then they try and say light beams and all this, so much bullshit. And the time and the history and how long it took to make mankind and all these lies that I'm honestly asking for more proof that I can put out there too. I'm praying daily. It's like, let me help somewhere that can put the truth out, like just slam dunk it in people's faces to get them to realize that our Father loves us, that he's trying to communicate with us, with everybody, but they're making such fairy tales out of everything, and everything is so covered in such a lie that the more fantastical it sounds, and they keep spreading all these fantastic stories around, making it harder for us to grasp the truth. So it just makes it worse every day. And they might be in a story they're telling, it might be in a movie they're making, it could be somebody just talking to you with their opinion. But even their opinion, if it sounds way out, it's probably way out, you know? Um, if you think about us being a baby in a womb and our creator, our Father, actually holding our hand, or the umbilical cord constantly, we're still in there. We haven't learned enough to actually have our birthday. And in the Bible, it'll talk about the new birth, the birthday. That's what that is. Um, we are protected. It's like we're having a nightmare, but we're learning what happened to the blood and how it became dirty out of jealousy and greed and selfishness. And I've just got one request, people. Drop the fantastical. When you hear something that sounds a little out of your reach, especially my other geniuses, I know you know. Um, if it seems a little off, it's off. You know what I mean? It's not as complicated as they're trying to make it. And God will help me prove this. I know that. I know he'll help his little ones he loves, learn the truth so we can sit beside him in comfort and not feel small. I mean, these bastards, they're trying to make everybody feel small because they don't care. But I know I'm smarter, I'm better looking, and what the fuck ever. Go away. You don't deserve grace of God. You deserve to be slapped on your ass. And I'm not going to hit nobody either, Richard, but I'll tell you what. Um, no, I wouldn't, but it would take an awful lot. But if I saw an injustice, I just might have to. So, anyway. But when I hear people leading people astray, and it's daily now, daily, I have to stop watching somebody that I really enjoyed until they stupid just did not quit. It's like, one infraction, two infraction, three infraction, enough. Just the flip enough, you know. So so I basically wanted to let everybody know that there is a God. There's only one true God, Almighty. His science is beyond our understanding. So what? So what? You see where I'm going with that? Let them play their games. If something sounds beyond your logic, it's so simple. God, this is his message. It's so simple. Let them play their games because the day is coming soon where all the truth will be revealed. It's not far off. That's why we're feeling this. Just say judgment was over 10 years ago. You're good to go. You have a good heart. They want us all upset. But the only reason we're radical inside is because we know our Father's close. We can feel him. So if everybody's just chill, we'll be good to go. Um, give that some thought. You know, yes, I believe there's a mother too, a mother and a father. But if the father created the mother, then the father was first. You see? So, um, and I believe that I'm going to be able to explain that science for everybody. But I was kind of thinking maybe we'll have to make like a conference call to with the people that are really serious on talking um without the Satanist bullshit. Because why should I share my information and my knowledge with these little you see? So I think I can devise a way to speak to you without them even understanding what I'm saying. I do know how to make my own languages even. Like I could teach you get a gee. I'm gonna say good night, Facebook, I love you. Good a good, not a gate, but a gaze, but a good, but a guy, let a gov, yet a goo. That's my own language, you know. And I taught my kids and my stepdaughter that. We would speak it in front of Doug, and he just could not. He's like, get a gee, got a but ga. He just could not catch it, you know, using the syllables. Almost like additive pig Latin, you know. So maybe I'll teach you get a key because I don't think Satanists can learn it. Something's telling me they can't. Hmm. Um, Maybe that'll have to be my song, a song that only you can understand. That probably is what God's telling my heart right now because I've been composing slowly in my mind, you know, gathering. I write poems like that too. It's like I'll think on something and think, well, I don't really like that. Then I don't really like that or like that. And if that note went up to express that, I wouldn't like that there. You know what I mean? Songwriters, you know where I'm going. So, um, well, I think I'm going to let this go. I'm going to say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. If you do check out Robin's Hood or Robin, if you check out Double O, maybe let me know your opinion because I got big respect for these guys. You're gentlemen. I do love you. You're good guys. I'd adopt you in a heartbeat. Seriously, if there's another next life, I mean, my kids didn't much like me anyway, but um, I know I was good. Everybody around me knew I was good. So maybe in the next life, we'll all have the good mothers and fathers that we should have had here. That type of thing. It's a possibility, perhaps, you know. So in our forever bodies, in our forever life. And I don't believe this is a matrix, and I don't believe that it's one consciousness altogether. We are all individuals. We do hear and see and feel each other, but we don't operate on each other's say so. That type of thing, not at all. Nobody's ever told me what to do except for God. So I don't believe that we create together like that. We're individual and with them capabilities on our own if we become strong enough. And that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. So it's like if I bake a cake, don't tell me that some other hoe was beside me stirring that with her mind baking that, or when I was working in the bakery making donuts, or when I make bread or something. Don't tell me somebody else is helping me create, or when I thought about my child inside myself and thought, well, um, one to be like his father, and another, maybe they have my eyes and exactly what I had. Don't tell me somebody else's mind was helping me co create or with my thoughts, because that was mine, you see. So, and God feels just as strongly about his kids too. Satan didn't create people, he had nothing to start on. Not even one raindrop can anybody on this planet make without the original material. So they can keep playing their games all they want until, if we want to be wise and understand God's science, then we have to really truly believe that somebody did make us. And we really truly have to believe that there was one first something. And that makes absolute sense. So, see, my chicken will make an egg, but I got to feed her first. Then she'll make an egg. So maybe that kind of hits home. Hope it does. Well, I'm going to say peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. I love you all. Thank you for being here. And please like and share. And let's find some more good people out there. Let's make a family. I love y'all. Have a good day. Good night.